You don't have to chase money. With one right sentence spoken at the right frequency, money finds you gently, safely under grace. Let your heart hear this. The moment you speak the fitting word, the universe rearranges to serve you. That isn't wishful thinking. It's spiritual law, the very law Florence Scovel Shinn lived and taught. Today we activate that law through the word. For the next few minutes, step out of the whirlwind of bills, deadlines, and not enough. Imagine every word you speak as a bright seed. You are the sower. Life is listening soil. When you say, I open my channels to receive, the soil quickens. When you say, there's not enough, the soil closes. Your word is a wand, but it works only when lifted by calm faith and quiet gratitude. So we don't beg, we don't plead, we claim our spiritual inheritance. My supply comes from spirit through perfect channels in perfect timing, harming no one. You might be asking, how do I believe when my bank balance is low? Here's how: hand the burden to your higher mind and let grace do the rest. When you stop struggling, quiet door opens. Intuition whispers the next small step, a call to make an email, to send a corner to clear, and the current of money begins to move. Money is a friend to clarity. Your words create that clarity. This video is a gentle ritual. You listen, you repeat, and you let the words soak into the subconscious, like midnight rain on a garden. I'll guide you through under grace money affirmations. No forcing, no strain, only flow and peace. Hand on heart, soften your shoulders. Invite the faintest smile. Let this be a soft reset, a moment to remember you are upheld by a loving order. The root of prosperity. The true source and the power of the word. When it comes to money, most of us unconsciously place our trust in our paycheck, our boss, our clients, or the economy. But those are merely channels. The true source is infinite, pure, and always available. It is not limited by payroll cycles, market trends, or someone else's emotional whims. When you call the source by its true name, every channel aligns. That is the first principle of spiritual prosperity. Do not confuse the channel with the source. Imagine you're standing before an endless reservoir. The faucets in your home are simply access points. If one faucet stops working, you don't despair. You open another or call a plumber. The reservoir remains full. So does your source. But how do we connect with it? Through words. Your words are gentle commands sent into the energy field around you. They signal to your subconscious and to life itself what you are allowing to enter. If every morning you exhale the word lack, you've given fear the license to run your day. But if you declare abundance, you build a bridge for the source to flow through. It's not magic, it's alignment. Realigning the inner world so the outer world can respond. Tune in to your body. That tightness in your chest when you think of a bill. That's fear speaking an old mental habit, trying to protect you by painting the worst-case scenario. Don't blame it. Just gently guide it toward a new vision. Place your hand over your heart, take a deep breath and whisper, I return to source. I am supported. I am safe. Don't wait for proof to believe. Believe first and proof will find its way to you. The subconscious doesn't argue. It simply copies whatever is repeated most. And your words are the background music of your life. Here's a simple ritual you can begin today. Morning. Before you touch your phone, stand by the window. Feel the light on your skin and say slowly, my supply comes from divine intelligence. Today I allow abundance to flow through me by grace in perfect ways. Noon. When your mind feels scattered, place your hand on the desk. Exhale longer than you inhale and say, I choose peace first. Results will follow. Evening. While washing your face, wash away worry and affirm, I open my receiving channels. I use money with wisdom and joy. Each sentence is a seed. You plant it with your words, water it with repetition and gratitude, and nurture it with small, intuitive actions. You might say, but I've been speaking positively and nothing's changed. Ask yourself, from what state are you speaking? Words are more than syllables, they carry the frequency of your heart. If you repeat affirmations while still clinging to fear, it's like flipping two switches in opposite directions. Start with gentleness. Let your body feel even the smallest sense of safety, a sip of warm tea sunlight on your skin, a memory where you felt held. From that soft place, your words gain power. That's how you shift from struggle to alignment with the source. Let me tell you a true story. A woman came to me with a heavy heart. Her contract had just been cancelled, and her account barely covered the week. We didn't start with a rescue plan. We started with the word. She rewrote her belief, I am not dependent on one client. I am sourced by the infinite. Every morning she repeated it and followed one small, intuitive nudge, updated her portfolio, sent a thank you email, cleaned out a desk drawer. Within 2 weeks, a surprise referral led to a new project at double the income. Some call it coincidence. She calls it the response of the source to a ready heart. Another principle. The word flows with giving and receiving. When you say I am provided for, you're also saying I'm ready to give appreciation, value, kindness. The flow is never one-sided. If you hoard every cent, you're telling the universe I fear lack, and the universe honors that. Instead, start with small acts, repay an old debt, give a sincere compliment tip with joy. Not to buy blessings, but to show yourself, I live in a reality of abundance. To amplify your words, pair them with imagery. When you say money flows to me, see it as a stream of golden light pouring through different channels. Your job, creativity, relationships, new ideas. See your bank account as a blooming garden. No need to pull up roots daily to check. Just water consistently. And when fear returns, as it will, don't fight it. Just change the music I choose, trust. I am being guided. All things come to me by grace. If this message touched something in you, I invite you to connect more deeply with our community. Share in the comments. Starting today, I choose a new belief about money. Write yours and type the words, by grace, so we recognize each other, those of us practicing the art of speaking abundance with peaceful hearts. You can also share one small, intuitive act you felt inspired to take today, a call, a message, a step of decluttering, so others may learn and feel encouraged. Because when many hearts speak the same frequency, the energy field strengthens. We lift each other higher. Right now, pause this video for a moment. Place your hand over your heart and say softly, my source is infinite. I open to receive. I am at peace. Under grace isn't a cute slogan. It's a state of being. It's when you stop forcing life to follow fear's timetable and allow divine wisdom to arrange the best path for everyone involved. When you say under grace in perfect ways, you're signing a peace contract. What I need arrives gently on time, with long-term good for all. No one harmed, no burnout, very different from grab it now at any cost. Force can buy you a short-term result with a long bill of anxiety. Grace delivers the right thing at the right time and adds the quiet to enjoy it. Psychologically, under grace shifts your nervous system out of fight or flight, the narrow tunnel, where only 2 or 3 rigid options exist, into an open state where creativity sees new routes. You know the feeling when you soften an email finally lands, when you stop desperate calculating a warm introduction appears. That's not random. When you stop tugging the wrong door, you hear the soft click of the right one opening. Picture an everyday moment. You need an extra $2,000 to cover this month's costs. Fear's way says, close at any price, say yes to every project, except misfit clients work past midnight and slide into exhaustion. Grace's way says, I allow $2,000 to arrive under grace through fitting channels. Guide me to today's best step. That isn't avoidance. It's permission for deeper intelligence to choose the path of least resistance. Then you ask quietly, what's the next small, clean, kind action? Maybe it's polishing your offer page, sending a genuine thank you, finishing a lingering task. You lay your brick. Grace handles the architecture. Under grace is also an ethical boundary. It removes roots that coerce short change, or leave you up at night with regret. Money that is truly yours arrives in ways that make your heart expand, not contract. When you decide signing pricing, negotiating, ask, which option preserves peace for both of us? Peace is your indicator, you're in the current. No tricks required, only honesty, clarity, and generosity. Paradoxically, generous boundaries, knowing what's enough and saying no to what's not yours, are the very doors that open. A quick story. A designer told me sales calls left him drained. We invited him to change his stance. Before each call, whisper, "I stand in grace." If this is my right client, the door opens. If not, it closes in peace. What happened? A no-sale call became a bridge. The prospect didn't buy, but referred him to a company that needed exactly his skills: long-term contract, flexible hours. Grace doesn't always come from where you're staring. It often arrives from behind the curtain of orchestration. Practicing under grace is simple and asks for gentle discipline. Whenever your mind tightens, how through what when pause for 10 seconds. Hand on heart. Exhale longer than you inhale. Say slowly, "I choose grace. I allow the best outcome to appear in perfect ways." Then ask, what one small, clean, kind step can I take right now? Just one step. You don't have to see the whole staircase, only the next rung. Grace handles the rest of the architecture. Try this image: before you is a calm sea. From the horizon, ships named Opportunity, Idea, Right, Client, Helping Hearts are sailing in. You stand on the shore, not waving frantically, simply smiling, widening the harbor that is your peaceful heart. The ships that fit your port will dock. The others will pass by. You lose nothing. You are practicing active waiting, trusting and moving when it's time. If this resonates, join our Under Grace Circle. In the comments, share 2 things. One situation you want to resolve under grace. This week, salary talk, collecting receivables, finding aligned clients, etc. 2, one small, clean, kind action you'll take today. Add the phrase, "I choose grace," so we can recognize one another and lift the field together. Naming it publicly grooves a new fold in the subconscious, and the community stands witness to your journey. Before we continue, a 30-second ritual: sit tall, soften your shoulders, close your eyes and whisper 3 times. Everything comes to me under grace in perfect ways. I am at peace. I am guided. Feel a slight warmth or the hint of a smile. That's the signal you've changed the station. From this under grace foundation, you'll see why we can't clutch worry and expect miracles. The next practice Florence always emphasized is casting the burden, handing the weight of fear and lack to the divine within, so your heart is free to act by intuition. When the burden leaves, the current clears. Come with me to part 3, the art of casting the burden, the threshold between striving and breakthrough. Casting the burden. Let your heart act freely. There are days when it feels like you're wearing an invisible backpack, rent due, medical insurance, the kids' tuition invoices piling up. Each thought is a stone, dropped in your back hunches, your view narrows. Casting the burden is the moment you set that backpack down firmly but gently. It isn't escaping reality, it's changing who carries the load. You transfer it from the small I to the divine wisdom within, then you walk lighter to take the next right step. When the heart is calm, the mind becomes clear. When the mind is clear, money finds its way. First, understand this casting. The burden doesn't mean denying your feelings. You face your worries without hugging them to your chest. Name the burden, plainly: fear of not making rent, client invoices overdue, fear of failure. Naming it pulls it out of the fog. Then you lift it to the higher place within you, still as a glassy lake. Whisper in Vietnamese, or in English, "I hand over the burden of lack to the divine presence within me. I am free to receive and to act wisely." From that statement, your nervous system eases out of red alert. Breath deepens, heart softens. You've made space for intuition to enter. Let's do a short ritual together. Sit upright, shoulders soft, feet flat on the floor like roots in the earth. Inhale for 4 counts. Exhale for 6. As you exhale, picture layers of worry dissolving like smoke. Place a hand on your chest and say slowly, I am not carrying this alone. I hand this burden to the loving source within me. I am free. Repeat 3 times. Then sit in silence for 20 seconds. That quiet is a door. You're changing the frequency of the soul, and your circumstances will begin to answer that new frequency. A small story: Anna, a single mom in Austin, got an email Monday morning a contract was delayed. 1 week of cash left. Her chest tightened. Instead of sprinting into the do something now spiral, she paused. She walked for 10 minutes, then practiced the casting ritual. She wrote on paper, fear of not making rent, and set it on a little altar, 1 candle, 1 flower. She whispered, I hand this over. Please lead me. Then she took the first clean step her intuition suggested, finish a half-done case study, and send 3 simple thank you notes to past clients, no pitch attached. 3 days later, one of those clients referred a new project with 50% upfront. Call it coincidence if you like, but to a heart that has cast the burden, it's a law: when you're light, a heavy door swings open. Casting the burden is not the same as giving up. Giving up shrugs, avoids, and abdicates. Casting is a shift of state from contraction to trust, and then taking guided action. You still answer emails, make calls, negotiate budget, but you move like a captain with an inner compass, not a castaway clinging to driftwood. Feeling held, you can say no to misaligned work, quote your right fee without flinching, and leave open space in your calendar for the opportunities that truly fit. Here's a 3-step practice anytime anxiety spikes. Step 1. Recognize. Say, this is fear, not fact. Step 2. Cast. Speak it out loud. I hand this burden to divine consciousness within me. I am free to receive enough and more. Step 3. Small action. Ask softly. What is 1 clean, kind, fitting action I can take right now? Do exactly 1 thing, just 1, then return to peace. Repetition builds a new subconscious habit. Problem: cast, guided action, guided. Make it an evening ritual. Before bed, write 3 things weighing on you. Fold the paper and place it beneath something that symbolizes a larger hand, a favorite stone, a spiritual book. Whisper. In my sleep, wisdom works for me. In the morning, I wake lighter and guided. Many people are surprised to wake with a precise next step. A phone call, an idea, an email subject line. Grace works the night shift. On the psychological level, casting the burden restores inner safety, and the brain needs safety to solve problems. With safety back online, the world stops being a win-lose cage match. You negotiate from parity, ask sharper questions, and catch subtle yes-no signals in financial conversations. Peace isn't just a feeling, it's a decision-making power. If this helped you breathe easier, join our practice circle. Share in the comments with this template. I cast, name it. Clean step today, 1 small action. Add the phrase under grace so we can recognize each other. When you speak it out, you help yourself and you become a lamp for someone walking a similar stretch of road. Many lamps together change the room. Before we close, let's cast the burden together for 20 seconds. Inhale peace, exhale fear. Inhale the feeling of being carried. Exhale the pressure to do it all alone. Whisper, I cast the burden of lack. I am free to receive in full under grace. Let the words fall like a quiet night rain, soft but soaking. From this lighter ground, you're ready to plant stronger seeds. Sacred imagination and faithful action. The art of seeing before it's seen. Yes, including the beloved magic purse idea and digging real channels for the river of blessing to flow. When the load is down, your hands are free to receive. Imagine and act in faith. The magic wallet and the ditches that welcome the rain. When you lay your burdens down, your hands feel light, and those very hands need a blueprint, a container so source can pour in. Florence always emphasized this, Imagination is the soul's model workshop. Faith-filled action is the bridge from the invisible to the visible. One without the other falls short. To imagine without acting is like painting a window on a solid wall, pretty but no sunlight. To act without imagining is like walking in fog. You move, but you're not sure where you're going. When you combine both, reality begins to line up. Begin with the magic wallet ritual. Take the wallet you actually use, thin or thick, and rest it on your palm as if it were sacred. Close your eyes. Feel the stitching, the scent of leather, the warmth. Now see that wallet stuffed, packed, filled with clean, joyful money arriving under grace. Hear the gentle rustle of bills. Feel the easy, pleasant weight when you hold it. Picture yourself opening it and feeling safe. Don't force excitement. Calm gratitude is enough. Whisper. My supply comes from divine intelligence. Money flows to me and through me under grace in perfect ways. I use it wisely and joyfully. Say it 3 times, then smile. You're rewriting the body's memory of money from tension to ease. Next, send your imagination to art class. Choose one simple, clear picture, the amount you welcome in the next 30 days, and its benevolent purpose. For example, $5,000 for our family savings and learning investments. See that number in your account. Hear the ding of the deposit. Feel the steadiness when you pay bills with peace. Add just enough detail for your heart to believe. Don't turn it into a messy wish list. Imagination loves elegance. Now dig the ditches, your acts of faith. In the old story, people dug trenches before the rain. In daily life, digging ditches means making space and building pathways for money to flow when it arrives. Ask softly, if I truly trust that money is coming under grace, what would I prepare today? Start small, but make it meaningful. Maybe you'll refine your service page. Clear value, clear checkout. Write 3 heartfelt thank you emails to past clients. No pitching, just gratitude. Open a little Overflow account to route money into investing and giving. Print 3 overdue invoices and schedule calm follow-up calls. Or buy a small symbolic item. Your intuition suggests a desk lamp, beautiful envelopes, a new pen to seal your intention for right work with the right people. Acts of faith always feel clean, kind, and right-sized. They never bend your values. They leave no aftertaste of regret. Most of all, they ride with a hunch, that quick inner nudge Florence spoke about. When a hunch lands, text someone, tweak a headline, clear a drawer. Do it within 24 hours. Intuition seldom sends a thesis. It gives you one rung at a time. Step on that rung, and the next light comes on. You might wonder, what if I do all this and nothing happens? Consider this story. A photographer was burned out from discount hustles and rushed closes. We invited him to dig different ditches, choose the exact audience he loves serving, curate a tight 10-shot portfolio with value stories, and set up a transparent booking link. He wrote one sincere thank you note to 20 past collaborators, no selling, just sharing his joy for the new direction. Within 2 weeks, a local brand called No Haggling On-Time Payment because they could feel his clarity. Imagination set the mold. Faith actions opened the road. Grace did the rest. A key reminder, when you imagine, don't micromanage the route, who it must come through, which job, which exact day. That's fear writing contracts. Hold the essence and quality of the experience under grace, right timing, harming no one, and let source choose the path of least resistance. Your portion is simple, the inner mold imagination and the outer channels action. Try a gentle ditch digging week. Monday, tidy your inbox, label potential. Tuesday, update payment info. Wednesday, finish one loose end project. Don't let cash snag on a bottleneck. Thursday, write 3 thank yous. Friday, spend an hour clarifying your offer suite. Weekend, restorative rest walk. Red, pray to give grace room to work. 1 task a day done in peace. You'll be surprised how quickly reality responds when every sluice gate is open. If this resonates, come share with our community. Comment with 2 things. 1. Your 30-day imagination. Picture amount for benevolent purpose, and 2. One specific ditch you will dig in the next 24 hours. Add the phrase magic wallet so we can spot one another and raise the shared frequency. When you write it down, you're signing an order for your subconscious and inviting loving witnesses to hold you. Before we close, place your hand over your wallet or your heart if you don't use a wallet. Breathe slowly and say, I open my capacity and peace. I'm digging clean channels. Money flows to me and through me under grace in perfect ways. Feel a soft warmth across your chest. That's your sign the mold is ready. The way is open. And like any tended garden, what you plant must be guarded from weeds. Your imagining and your actions stay strong when you keep the mind's gate, refusing the old scarcity monologue. Next, we'll step into the art of the watchman at the gate. How to keep thought. Use the word as your sentinel and repeat affirmations until they're printed on the subconscious, so sufficiency becomes your new normal. Walk on light, awake and steady. Watchman at the gate. Guarding the mind's gate. So words take root and abundance becomes your new normal. When you've already pictured your good and dug the canals of action, it's time to station a watchman at the gate of your mind. Florence called this the watchman at the gate. Why a watchman? Because every seed you've planted through affirmations and imagination needs a safe garden to take root. We can't stop every fleeting thought, mind's wander, but we can guard the word, the final doorway that turns thought into a command for the subconscious. The watchman isn't a scowling guard. It's gentle awareness, polite, but firm about what gets in and what stays out. Picture your day as a city with many gates, the gate of morning as you wake, the gate when you check your balance, the gate in the middle of a client call, the gate when you read messages, the gate before sleep. At each gate, the watchman asks one question. Will this next word expand my heart? Does it strengthen the reality of sufficiency or shrink it? If the answer is no, the watchman kindly places a hand over yours and offers a better sentence. Technique 1. Swap the output. Catch yourself before blurting, I'm out of money again. Pause one breath and say, I'm reorganizing priorities, so money flows to the right place. The first sentence sows despair. The second sows sovereignty. Facing a big bill. Instead of, that's so expensive, try it, I spend on purpose. The wise solution arrives for me under grace. You're not denying facts. You're naming reality in a way that opens the heart, and an open heart is the gate for supply. Technique 2. The sacred pause. Between stimulus and response, insert white space, 3 breaths longer on the inhale, shorter on the exhale. In that space, the watchman works. Example, an email arrives, cancelling a contract. Before firing off, this is a disaster, inhale. 4, exhale. 6, hand on heart, I stand in grace. Show me the right words. Then reply calmly. Thank you for the early heads up. If it serves, I'm happy to propose a flexible option so we both still hit our goals. The right doors open when the right words are spoken. Technique 3. Neutralize and replace. When a fearful image flares, whisper, I neutralize this picture, then immediately replace it with a short rhythmic backbone affirmation. I am safe, I am supplied, I am guided. The subconscious loves simple repetition. Pick 3 to 5 backbone lines, your passcodes to peace. My supply is endless. Money comes to me and through me under grace. I act with wisdom and calm. I give gladly. I receive gratefully. Every right door opens. A strengthening ritual 24 hours without complaining. Wear a bracelet. Each time you catch a complaint about money clients yourself, move the bracelet to the other wrist. No self-judgment, just noticing. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. You'll be surprised how rarely you switch wrists after a while. The silence of complaint is fertile soil for affirmations to sprout. Why this works nervous system level. The watchman is more than word choice, it retunes your nervous system. Each time you choose an expansive sentence, your body stores felt safety. Your brain re-enters the creative network that sees option solutions side doors. You step out of the all-or-nothing maze into the land of many ways. Wise money decisions live here, space wide enough to negotiate clarity to decline warmth to partner. Set shifts for your watchman. Morning, midday, night. In the morning, before speaking to anyone, open the gate. Today my words sow sufficiency. At midday, when energy dips, I return to the rhythm of peace. All that matters is handled with ease. At night practice, grace review, name 3 tiny moments you guarded the gate well, then affirm. As I sleep, my good seeds root deep. The subconscious is the most diligent soil, give it good seed. A small story for courage. Marcus, who runs an online shop, used to complain all day shipping costs, returns add prices. We didn't change his strategy first. We changed his language. He committed to 14 complaint-free days, swapping in I'm optimizing cash flow and customer experience. He inserted a sacred pause before decisions and taped 5 backbone lines by his screen. Week 2, a former customer returned with a large order. Week 3, he spotted a tiny gap in his returns. Flow, one automated email cut complaints by 40%. No loud miracles, just a steady watchman, and reality quietly followed. If this resonates, step into practice with us. Comment using this prompt. My passcode is, today's moment for my white space is, add the word watchman so we recognize each other. Ask for an accountability partner to keep the no complaint bracelet challenge for 7 days. When many keep the gate together, our shared field becomes very quiet and very strong. A 60-second word. Mandala right now. Sit upright, smile softly, and speak slowly. My words make a way. I choose words that open the heart. I guard the gate of my mind with gentleness and resolve. Money comes to me and through me under grace in perfect ways. I am safe, I am supplied, I am guided. Then pause and listen for a small silence. That's the sound of grace drawing near. Closing note. With your watchman in place and your garden protected, you're ready for the final chord, receiving every arrangement of grace with a connecting affirmation, so peace and plenty become your soul's new habit. In our conclusion, I'll guide you through a 45 to 60-second sequence to lock in the open door and help our community stabilize the frequency of prosperity each day. Walk with me to the finish where we gently latch the door that cannot be shut. My friend, we've come full circle. We've recognized that source is inexhaustible. We've allowed good to arrive under grace. We've laid down the invisible burdens. We've nourished the imagination with the magic purse. And we've posted a watchman at the gate of the mind. From this moment, you no longer chase money. You make a way for money to enter and flow through you smooth, clean, right on time, and in perfect ways. To seal this, we'll close with a brief affirmation like a signet, so your subconscious knows the way home. Take a deep breath, place a hand over your heart, and read slowly with me, I stand in peace. My supply is inexhaustible. Money comes to me and through me, under grace in perfect ways. I release every burden, I am guided, and I use money with wisdom and joy. If you feel a gentle warmth spreading, that's your signal the inner door has opened. Let the silence after the affirmation do its work, like night rain soaking into the earth. A soft invitation. Drop a comment so we can recognize one another and raise our shared frequency. Use any or all of these prompts I choose grace for. This week's specific situation. My clean step today is, my all-day password will be, type the keyword grace so the community can gather around you. When you write it down, you're signing a directive to the subconscious and will be loving witnesses for one another. If this video touched you, please subscribe, turn on the bell, and share it with someone who needs financial calm. Every subscription is a seed you plant in our shared garden, where money is no longer a fear, but a gentle stream watering dreams. In the next episode, we'll open the secret door to success, how to receive the right work, the right compensation, and move through life's turning points under grace. If you're ready, whisper once more, "I open to receive." Then smile. The rest, as always, let grace handle.